You know, your home is under a constant, invisible attack. And no, I'm not talking about bugs or storms. I'm talking about a hidden war being waged against one of its most vital systems, your plumbing. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on these unseen enemies.
All right, so what do you think it is? Go ahead, take a guess. Is it, stuff you flush down the toilet? Maybe some invasive tree roots? And yeah, for sure, those are big problems. But the single greatest threat? It's something way, way bigger.
Yup, you heard that right. The most relentless, powerful enemy your pipes face is the dirt your house is sitting on. It's an unstable battlefield that never, ever stops moving, and your plumbing is caught right in the crossfire.
So let's dig into this, and I mean that literally. We're going to start by looking at this powerful, hidden force right under your feet that puts an incredible amount of stress on your whole home.
See, this isn't just any old dirt. In a lot of areas, especially places like Cypress, Texas, the ground is made of something called expansive clay soil. The best way to picture it is like a giant, unpredictable sponge under your foundation.
And this soil creates this really destructive cycle. First, you get heavy rain, right? That sponge-like soil just soaks it all up and swells, pushing upwards on your foundation, on your pipes, on everything. But then, a dry spell hits. The soil shrinks, pulls away, and leaves these huge empty gaps underneath. This constant push and pull, up and down motion puts an unbelievable amount of stress on your pipes. It bends them, it cracks them, and eventually, it just breaks them. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This quote really hits the nail on the head. We're talking about the exact same soil conditions that cause those huge, expensive foundation problems you always hear about. It's all connected. Slab leaks, busted pipe joints, sewer lines that just pull apart. It's all part of the same massive underground problem.
But hold on, the attack isn't just coming from below ground. The very air and water in your environment are also waging their own war on your plumbing, this time from the inside out.
It's like a full-on assault from every direction. You've got high humidity, which is just a recipe for rust on any metal parts. Then there's hard water, which is like cholesterol for your plumbing, slowly clogging everything from the inside. Add in those crazy temperature swings that stress out all the connections, and don't even get me started on summer heat. Your AC is working overtime, creating all this condensation, and if that drain line gets overwhelmed, guess where that water goes? Yeah, right into your walls or attic.
And this is where the age of your home really, really matters. Older houses with galvanized steel pipes are literally rusting away from the inside. But look at the difference with modern materials. PEX piping isn't just resistant to corrosion. It's flexible. It can actually bend and move with the shifting soil, absorbing the kind of stress that would just snap an old, rigid pipe in two. It's a total game changer.
And if you want a stark number to put all this in perspective, here it is. In a tough climate with hard water and high humidity, this is the typical lifespan of a water heater. Think about that. That combination of gunk building up inside and rust forming outside means you could be less than a decade away from a major flood in your home. So with all these invisible forces at play, how in the world do you know if your home is losing the battle? It's actually pretty simple. Your house talks to you. It's constantly sending out little clues. You just have to know how to listen.
Okay, listen up, because these are your home's distress signals. That sudden crazy high water bill, that's a huge red flag. A weird warm spot on your kitchen floor, that's not normal. It's a classic sign of a hot water line breaking right under your foundation. That gurgling toilet, it's not just a quirk. It could be warning you about a major sewer line blockage. Every single item on this list is your home screaming for help before a disaster strikes.
All right, so now that we know the threats and we can spot the warning signs, what's the game plan? Well, the good news is you don't have to just sit back and take it. You can absolutely fight back with a modern defense strategy. Here is your action plan. First, act on those warning signs immediately, don't wait. Second, get to know your home's materials. Knowing you have old pipes is half the battle. Third, an annual inspection is your best offense. It's how you catch a hairline crack before it becomes a flood. And critically, locate your main water shutoff valve. Seriously, go find it. In a real emergency, knowing how to turn that thing off could save you thousands in water damage. From the shifting ground below to the corrosive air above, your plumbing is under a constant, silent siege every single day. So the real question you have to ask yourself is your home equipped to win?